I'm one fight away from Bruce Buffer saying there's a new world champion.
Johnny Big Rig Hendricks!
What other kind of motivation do you need? It's mine for the taking. It's going to be me, the new welterweight champion.
I'm very excited fighting Johnny Hendricks. He's the #1 guy right now. A lot of people believe he has the style to beat me.
Just like that! Knockout win for Johnny Hendricks!
I'm concerned about everything, but I'm confident in myself. I will continue my run as a UFC welterweight champion.
The greatest welterweight champion in UFC history, George Rush Saint-Pierre. A hero, an icon, a legend.
GSP's been a great champion, but it's time for somebody new.
Oh, thunderous! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
It's my turn, and I can finish the fight if I touch him one time.
Oh, he's out!
People don't realize I'm the best in the world at not getting hit. I'll put Johnny Hendricks' striking skill to the test.
Oh, wow! He's very elusive.
I'm gonna win the fight. I feel like I have more power. My wrestling is better than anybody's ever faced.
I don't care about his wrestling. I'm not impressed by it.
If you put us in a wrestling match, I smashed GSP.
Slams him down.
But I believe I have all the tools to beat him.
Beautiful knockout.
I respect his power, but I'm not afraid of it. I can take a punch. I can wrestle him. I can defeat him everywhere. I'm the best in the world. I believe it, and I'm gonna prove it again to everybody.
If you start believing your own hype, you're gonna get dethroned really quick. And I'm gonna be the welterweight champion.
In his mixed martial arts career, 10-1. Inside the octagon, Johnny Hendricks, whose father Kevin got him and his brother Ray into wrestling. His father Kevin, a lifelong wrestler, has coached for over 25 years. His boys were doing push-ups at 5 years old. Johnny Hendricks won his first state wrestling championship at age 6, then became a 4-time All-American and a 2-time national wrestling champion at Oklahoma State.
2-time National Division I wrestling champion is an incredible accomplishment. When you understand the competitive nature of amateur wrestling and how difficult it is to achieve such a goal, Johnny Hendricks is a special athlete.
Johnny Hendricks stepping into the Ultimate Poker Prep Point, Ultimate Poker, the official online gaming partner of the UFC. Visit ultimatepoker.com, your poker room online. Fellow cowboy Mark Munoz, when I asked him about Johnny Hendricks, his teammate in college, Joe, he said, the thing about Johnny is the fact he doesn't care who he's going up against. He believes he will beat you and will do it convincingly. He just has that quiet confidence that shows up in competition.
There is no better sport to enter into mixed martial arts as a base than amateur wrestling. I believe not just for the skill set, but because of the mental toughness that these wrestlers have to get through that. And to get to be a 2-time national champion, you have to have just an impenetrable resolve. Johnny Hendricks has them. He has the wrestling skills. And then you have the intangible. You have this weird, freaky power that he has where he touches guys on the chin and they go flying like he's in the Matrix. It's very weird. I've seen guys who hit hard, but with Johnny Hendricks, it's a very unusual type of hit hard. It's almost like he's got something extra.
3 UFC knockouts in under a minute. 5 total first-round finishes for Johnny Big Rig Hendricks, the challenger for the welterweight title here tonight. The most complete fighter in the UFC today. George Rush Saint-Pierre, 18-2 inside the octagon, riding an 11-fight winning streak, looking to defend his title for the 9th time and looking to become the winningest fighter in UFC history.
He has all of the attributes that you would want in your champion. He has great character. He's an intelligent man. He's personable. He's kind. He's got a full range of skills. Despite never having competed in wrestling in college or high school, he's one of the best wrestlers in MMA. He's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got a black belt in karate. He's got outstanding Muay Thai. And he's got a history of success against the greatest fighters in the world in one of the most talent-stacked divisions on earth.
Precise technical instruction is what is provided for GSP at TriStar on a daily basis. I mean, they flew in Muay Thai specialists, Yad and Lamb, 9,000 miles to work on his Muay Thai and just make this, what they used to call, perfect fighting machine, even more perfect.
He's constantly searching for the impossible goal of perfection. He's always looking to improve his skill set, never rests on his laurels, and is never overconfident, but is always confident.
The 2 setbacks in his career both happened in the first round. Matt Hughes years ago, Matt Serra in 2007. Since that time, GSP has been as dominant as anyone inside the octagon. Has not lost in over 6 years. And tonight, fights for a UFC title for the 14th time.
An interesting aspect of this fight, Mike, is the style of fighting that George employs when it comes to his movement. He has a wide stance, and he also can cover distance in an incredible way because of that wide stance and because of his karate background. When you talk to him about his takedowns, when you talk to him about charging in and punching, he says very clearly all of that comes from karate. My wrestling comes from karate. And that is another thing that people sleep on that separates him from many other fighters, is that karate background. We see it so successfully employed by Lyoto Machida. Well, George Saint-Pierre has a very successful style employing karate as well.
His first ever trainer, the man he calls his big brother, Christophe Madou, who started training with GSP at age 16, in his corner tonight. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening, is brought to you by Corn Nuts, tough like you. The French-Canadian champion is 32. The challenger is 30. George Saint-Pierre will have a 7-inch reach advantage. And once again with the introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. presented by Metro PCS Nationwide for All, sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, with Chairman Francisco Aguilar, Executive Director Keith Pizar, Commissioners Skip Avancino, Bill Brady, TJ Day, and Pat Lundvall. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Sal Diamato, Glenn Trowbridge, and Tony Weeks. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Mario Yamasaki. This bout is sponsored by Bud Light. Here we go. Powered by Ram Trucks, Guts, Glory, Ram, and Metro PCS Nationwide 4G LTE for all. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a wrestler and a striker, holding a professional record, 15 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, introducing the challenger, Johnny Big Rig Hendricks. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 24 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the undisputed, reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush Saint-Pierre!
All right, I talked to you guys in the locker room. I want you to do a clean fight. Follow my orders at all times. Defend yourself at all times. Let's do this. Touch gloves and let's go.
Mario Yamasaki, our referee. GSP. And Johnny Hendricks for the UFC welterweight championship of the world. The champion.
Here we go, first round, you ready? Are you ready? Let's go, come on!
And here we go! Tonight's clock brought to you by Muscle Farm, fueling athletes safely. Hendricks, the southpaw in the yellow trunks. Black trunks for the champion, Saint-Pierre.
Beautiful takedown. Ducked right under that big punch, anticipated it, got him to the ground, guillotine choke. He's got him mounted. Lost it, got it again, lost it again. And now they're wrestling.
One thing very worthy of note, Joe, when Johnny Hendricks throws that big left, he throws it so hard, he gets off balance, and that's how George took him down.
And this is where it gets interesting because now we're in a wrestling match. A wrestling match with knees to the thighs.
A minute into this championship fight, George Saint-Pierre has now spent more overall time in the octagon than any fighter in UFC history. He just surpassed the numbers of BJ Penn. Over 5 hours of competition inside the octagon.
Oh! That time, Hendricks anticipated George ducking under, so he threw an uppercut. Hard shot by Hendricks. These are hard punches, Mike.
Yes, they are. And George pushes him against the fence. Hendricks can
hard elbows by Hendricks. These are vicious elbows.
Shots. And George gives up on the takedown attempt because of it.
Yeah, you can't take too many of those. Hard knee to the thigh. Another hard knee to the thigh.
See some bruising on the face of Saint-Pierre already. George Saint-Pierre, one of the most famous athletes in all of Canada. Takedown, Johnny Hendricks. 1-1.
Yeah, George has some swelling, Mike, near the right eye from those elbows. And there's another hard shot.
Nice job by George to get up.
A little bit of a cut over the right eye of George.
2 minutes on the clock here in round one. Nice
Hard knee by Johnny Hendricks.
Hendricks has landed a couple of big shots early. Nice kick by Saint-Pierre. Watch for George to try to establish his jab. It's a little bit trickier against the southpaw.
Good hard jab there by George. Hendricks is getting comfortable early, Mike. High kick by George. Another hard knee to the thigh.
Saint-Pierre in the orthodox stance against the southpaw Hendricks thus far.
Yeah, clearly these knees to the thigh are something that Hendricks has worked on specifically for George.
Nicely done by Saint-Pierre, answered by Hendricks.
And he's landing these knees over and over again. And this is early in the fight. Those will pay off if this goes into later rounds.
First time a fight has ever been scheduled for 5 rounds in the career of Johnny Hendricks. So far, Hendricks, the leader in significant strikes landed. Our stats all night brought to you by Ram Trucks, Guts Glory Ram. Just over 30 seconds on the clock here in round one.
Inside leg kick by Hendricks and a good left hook by George.
Head kick. Nice. Good counter by Hendricks.
Just grazed him with that. Look at these hard elbows. And there's a knee that kind of caught him going down more than it is going up.
C'est ça sa main ronde. Respire. I want you to do the same thing. Circle away from the left hand. Yeah, circle to your right there. Circle away from the left hand. Beautiful. You're doing fantastic. George, you countered him with the hook. Freddie's hook. You countered him beautifully. Keep doing it. Don't stop wrestling with him. Box and wrestle. Don't just box. Box and wrestle. Fantastic. All the way in, all the way out. You're doing beautiful.
Hooks on his head and look good. That range, he can't kick, and he's got no striking, and he's ready to defend those takedowns.
Great first round.
How much time? 3. 5 more seconds.
Ross Hobby, Mark Lehman.
Go get him this round.
Johnny Hendricks set for round 2 against George Saint-Pierre, who has won 18 times in his UFC career, tied for number 1 with that man, Matt Hughes, the Hall of Famer.
There you go. Second round. You ready? You ready? Let's go. Come on.
Round 2. Early, Saint-Pierre looks to establish the jab and cover that distance that you spoke of earlier, Joe.
Yeah, but I gotta say that first round has been one of the most successful rounds that a challenger has had against George. With the knees to the thigh, landing a couple punches, hard elbows. There's another straight left.
Big counter. Johnny's trying to time the counters with the left hand. One of many great Oklahoma State Cowboys who have competed in the UFC over the years, including Hall of Famers Randy Couture and Don Fry. Oh, Counter again with the left jab.
He hit him with a hard left uppercut. George is in trouble.
Now
George is in trouble. He's wobbly.
Hendricks,
Another hard uppercut. Another one.
Oh, my goodness.
George is in big, big trouble here, Mike.
Hendricks up the middle, over the top. To the body. Mouthpiece. Again! And the right hook as well. Oh! Those knees again, Joe.
Nasty knees to the thigh. And those will take away one of George's best weapons, which is his movement.
Round 2 of a possible 5-minute rounds. This place is electric.
Good left hook by George. Good jab by George. Telegraphed that kick. Nice jabs by George. Oh! Missed with that knee. Nice jab.
Good counter.
There's that big left.
Superman punch. Saint-Pierre starting to be very fluid with his strikes. Up the middle. He used the word obsessed many times in the pre-fight interviews for this battle with Hendricks.
Right hook landed by Hendricks.
Obsessed because he knew how great a challenge Johnny Hendricks is.
And Hendricks is stepping in and swinging that uppercut and just barely missing. Good right hand by George. Hendricks tags him again, this time on the temple.
90 seconds. Hendricks took 6 trips to Stillwater and trained with the wrestlers at Oklahoma State.
Good jab again by George.
Nice jab by Hendricks. Very close in total strikes landed.
George is not moving his head. There's a head kick. George is not moving his head much, Mike. In these exchanges, his head is right where it is as he moves in, and that's why Hendricks is catching him. As he moves in, he's not moving it off the center line at all.
5th fight that Johnny Hendricks has worked with Mike Dolce on his diet.
There's a good counter right by George.
And uppercut. And conditioning, Johnny feels if it goes deep, he can go a hard 25 minutes. Saint-Pierre fighting in Las Vegas for the first time since UFC 100.
That time George ducked under the punch. The punches are coming a little bit slower for Hendricks towards the end of this round.
Corn Can brought to you by Corn Nuts, the only snack with big enough kernels to step into the octagon.
Breathe. Take some deep breaths. Take some deep breaths.
Good job. You almost stopped him earlier in the round. Here's the thing. He's going to try to take you down life and death now. He's got to have it. You're probably up 2.
Get water.
Good job. Give me combinations. Combinations. He's tired. And
Johnny.
put the left hand in the chest because he wants to go underneath it. Put the left hand in the chest or the uppercut.
You got him busted up,
Don't
Johnny.
go overhand. He's trying to come underneath it. You know he needs to take down this round. Don't be afraid.
And there's the uppercut that wobbled George. You see his legs go rubbery there. There's a nice jab by George. And there's a nice straight right hand by the champion.
21st fight inside the octagon for George Saint-Pierre. Johnny Hendricks, this is his 12th UFC battle.
Good right hook by Hendricks.
Started with the jab. It's George. Oh.
Good inside leg kick, hard and low. A good knee by Hendricks.
It's George with that well-established use of the jab, but yet tonight Hendricks has done a good job of utilizing the jab of his own. And there's the one of GSP. To the
good left by George. Good left over the top by George.
Nice quick right hook by the challenger. Counter again.
Hendricks is starting to slow down,
Yes,
Mike.
and he's landing less often.
He just doesn't have the same snap to his punches. They're still dangerous, but they don't come with the fluidity and speed that they came in the first 2 rounds. He's also breathing a bit heavier, and he's getting hit more. There's a nice right hand by George.
And this is just round 3. We haven't even reached the championship rounds potentially yet.
There's a good left hook by George. Tagged him.
Swelling around the eye of the champion.
Good jab by George there. And Hendricks is pawing with the right hand now instead of throwing it.
The chant of GSP.
Good right hand by George.
Mixing it up nicely. He started out in karate and has developed into one of the world's greatest mixed martial artists of all time. Hendricks, a lifelong wrestler. Throwing heavy leather here in round 3. Body head.
George is having some good success here in this round.
The body head's going very, very well for GSP here.
There's a good left by George. Good jab by Hendricks.
Superman punch. Now with the swelling on the left eye of Saint-Pierre.
Hendricks connected with the left there, but there's not much behind it anymore.
Hendricks trying to find a home for that jab. Good counter again. Big round for GSP.
It is a big difference between the horsepower that Johnny Hendricks has in this round. Look at how he's landing that punch. There's just not much behind it. And it could be that he's conserving himself for the championship rounds. And there's the takedown attempt by Hendricks.
And Joe, I was just going to ask you, as you see Johnny Hendricks slow a bit. Will George look for a takedown?
Well, you heard Mark Lehman call out for that takedown, and Hendricks immediately responded. And
he gets it. 30 seconds on the clock here in the third.
And that may very well cement this round for Hendricks. George was out striking him on the feet for sure, but if Hendricks can get off some ground and pound in this last 15 seconds, that convinces the judges. And George up to his feet.
10 seconds. We are headed to the championship round.
That was very interesting because Hendricks got him down, but really didn't do any damage once he got him there. And George got back up.
Bravo, George. Ça, c'est un bon round. Ça, c'est une belle round. Let him breathe. Keep his nose open. Ça, c'est une belle round. Bravo. T'as gagné cette round, George. C'est 2-1, là. Regarde-moi. Écoute, il en reste 2 autres. Il commence à casser. T'as pas fait mal du tout.
Here's an inside leg kick by Saint-Pierre. And there's a straight left by Hendricks. And a left hook by George that connected at the same time. There's a nice right jab by Hendricks. And here's the takedown. At the end of the round, Hendricks got the takedown, landed a couple shots.
Let's go.
Mark, red line, Mark.
Got it. What round are we in? 4?
Go.
4th round for the title. First time ever Johnny Hendricks has gone into the championship rounds. GSP 11-0 in fights that go the distance. But we are a long way away from that. George staying in the orthodox stance. He had good success with his striking in round 3.
Oh, that went low. Did it go low?
No, they continue. Total strikes, GSP with the advantage.
Hendricks again looking for that big left hand. But now he's become more of a pot shotter. Looking for one hard shot.
14th title fight for the man known as Rush. See if Hendricks follows up with that jab with his big left hand. The pace and power of Johnny Hendricks has slowed, but GSP's down.
He slipped there, but Hendricks capitalizes. He's on top.
Hendricks, coached in college by the great John Smith, the 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Good elbow. Good ground and pound by Hendricks.
And if Hendricks can keep George here for the remainder of this round, he will solidify it. As long as he keeps working. Body head, you hear him from his corner. Good shots from the top by Hendricks.
GSP pushes off.
Wow, and Johnny lets him up. George is busted up.
He is busted up big time. Even more so than in the Carlos Condit fight.
And Hendricks barely has a mark in his face.
Hendricks likes to get that right hand around his opponent's head and then throw the left. Two minutes. Nice counter. not a mark on Johnny Hendricks.
It's incredible, because George has connected several times.
Nicely done.
There's that uppercut.
Well, really, that was an uppercut he threw with the left. Counter by Saint-Pierre.
There's the right hand by George, and he's looking for the takedown.
Hendricks turns him around and puts him against the cage.
George trying to peel that arm away. Trying to get those underhooks and try to keep this takedown from happening.
Hendricks wanting to complete his third takedown.
Good sprawl by George. Hendricks keeping the hands on the ground to avoid the knees to the head.
Smart move. Hendricks looks at the clock, 35 seconds.
And Hendricks turns George around.
Fight winning streak for Saint-Pierre as he looks to defend his title for the 9th time. We're 10 seconds away from going to the 5th and final round.
Non, une dernière ronde. C'est tight, là. C'est tight, là. On sait pas qui gagne, là. Là, c'est cette ronde. Tu vas la chercher. T'es champion du monde. Tu finis champion du monde.
And there's the slip. A few punches by Hendricks had him backing up, though. And there's a nasty elbow that cuts George.
Right off of him. You be mean this round. Don't get overextended. Get me.
This is it. 5 minutes. You're the champ after this, Johnny. How much time we got? Hey, take some deep breaths. You got a little time.
This is your crown. You wear the crown in 5 minutes.
Belt's yours. Go get it.
Go get it.
His striking coach, Stephen Wright, his head coach, Mark Lehman, are fired up. 5th and final round.
Hendricks looks relaxed. Look at him. He's bobbing his head back and forth, and it looks like he's singing to himself. What is he doing?
He has been competing at the highest level for most of his life. 5 minutes remain.
George Saint-Pierre has got to be in desperation mode at this point.
George has never been taken down 3 times in one fight. Hendricks has taken him down twice.
And you heard his coach, Mark Lehman, saying, look out for the head kick to Hendricks. Hendricks has excellent balance here, Mike. In this position, he's able to land some hard punches in the first round. Shoots that uppercut right up the middle, and he lands it again. Look at this. Good balance by Hendricks. That's a 2-time National Division I wrestling champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Saint-Pierre won his welterweight belt back against Matt Serra in 2008. November 2013, 3.5 minutes left. Johnny Hendricks trying to become the new welterweight champion.
Hard knee to the body, to the thigh by Hendricks. George looking for the Kimura, and Hendricks grabbed a hold of George's arm. Hendricks is strong.
Hendricks started doing push-ups at age 5. His father would make both boys do 50, then 100, and then more and more push-ups.
Good kick to the body by George.
Shot by Saint-Pierre. Take down Saint-Pierre.
to work. Let's see what he can get done.
Hendricks trying to sneak out.
He's almost up. George barely has a hold of him here. Hendricks has his feet on the ground.
Good discipline by Saint-Pierre. Needed the body, not the head of a downed opponent.
And now he can hit him in the head. As soon as the knee's up.
Midway point of the 5th and final round.
Johnny just appears to be much physically stronger than George in these exchanges. Consistently able to spin him and turn him up against the cage.
The work he has done with Mike Dolce, with his strength and conditioning and his diet, most importantly, has been ultra impressive. And you see the effects of it here tonight.
Well, we were wondering how he would fare in the 4th and 5th rounds, and the answer's been excellent.
Because it appeared like he might be fading a little bit in the 2nd and 3rd, but Joe, you said conserving his energy. That's exactly what he was doing.
Conserving his energy and getting his 2nd win.
Yeah. 145 remains in this championship fight.
George looking for that big right kick. It may be the only way he's going to retain his title. And there it is. Good right hand by Hendricks.
Anderson Silva was defeated by Chris Weidman. John Jones was taken right to the distance by Alexander Gustafsson. And tonight, Johnny Hendricks threatening the crown worn by George Saint-Pierre. Under a minute.
With such impressive takedown defense by Hendricks. And he's down. And George has his back. He's up.
Back up. 3rd takedown for GSP. 30 seconds on the clock. What a great championship fight. What a way to honor 20 years of competition inside the octagon.
George again trying to hit this Kimura. This could be a last-ditch effort. He doesn't have much time left. And Hendricks sits down on his hand.
They have gone the distance. Johnny Hendricks and George Saint-Pierre.
Wow. What a fight. I think we may have a new welterweight champion.
He has never lost a fight that has gone the distance. Hendricks feels very confident that the belt is going to go around his waist.
I think this is interesting that for us, Sahabi is carrying GSP around on his shoulders, but Hendricks' corner is absolutely convinced that Hendricks won.
What a fight.
Fantastic performance by the challenger.
Fight replay all night, brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go.
And that's the first round where GSP gets a takedown. These are the hard elbows that Hendricks landed in a clinch. And here's a combination in the 2nd round. A big left hand by Hendricks, where George was wobbled. And Hendricks tried to close the show. There's a nice right hand by the champion. Round 3, left hand by Hendricks, and a left hand by George land at the same time. Low kick. Takedown for Hendricks at the end of the round. Round 4. George slips, avoiding Hendricks' punches, and Hendricks busts him up. In the 5th round, kick to the body by George, right hand by George. Takedown early on. And And the end of the fight. Wow, what a fight.
George Saint-Pierre, hoping he has defended his title for the 9th time. Johnny Hendricks, looking to become the new welterweight champion. With the official decision, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, Hendricks. 48-47, Pierre. At 48-47 for the winner. And still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush Saint-Pierre.
19th career win. He is the all-time best in UFC history. And still the welterweight champion. GSP.
I'm here with the winner and still champion, George Saint-Pierre. First of all, George, an amazing fight, an outstanding challenger, one of the most difficult fights of your career. Give me your thoughts on the fight.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, my toughest fight. And wow, I lost memory a little bit in the fight. Imagine how tough it was. I couldn't see with one of my eyes. He really messed me up. I need vacation right now.
Were you surprised when the decision was read?
No, I wasn't surprised, but like I said, I lost a little bit memory of what happened. I got cut a couple times. I want to give my hands up to Johnny Hendricks, my toughest opponent so far. And thank you everyone for coming, all my supporters that are here.
What was the game plan going into this fight, and what, if anything, surprised you about Hendricks?
Well, he was very good at countering my game plan. My game plan was to make him fight going backward, make him fight on his toes, because he's a very powerful puncher, I can tell you. And he closed my eyes with one of his strike, so I couldn't see with my right eyes. He hit very hard.
Well, George, congratulations on defending your title, and congratulations on being an excellent representative of mixed martial arts. You're a true champion. What were you going to say?
Listen, everyone, it was a lot of talk about what's going to happen. I have a bunch of stuff in my life happening. I need to hang up my glove for a little bit, at least make a point on my life, and hope my fans appreciate. Thank you to everyone, the UFC, Johnny Hendricks, and man,
are you retiring right now? Is that what you're saying?
I have to go away for a little bit at least, and I want to personal things happening, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, to the UFC who gave me the chance, everyone, for the support. Thank you very much.
So what you're saying is you have personal things outside of fighting that you have to tend to? Is this the end?
I have to step away for a bit, and that's all I can say right now. I just got punched a little bit and everything, but later on I'll make a point on that. Right now I gotta go away for a little bit, and I want to say thank you to all my supporters, the UFC that give me the chance, and Johnny Hendricks, and yeah, I'm very emotional right now, but.
Well, George, rest up from a tough fight, and I can't wait to hear how this develops, and if you decide to return, it'll be an honor to watch you fight again. It has been an honor to call your fights. Thank you, sir.
Honor was mine. Thank you very much.
George Rush Saint-Pierre, the winningest fighter in UFC history.
All right, I'm here with the challenger, Johnny Hendricks. Johnny, a lot of people, me included, thought that you probably won this fight, won this decision. Give me your thoughts on the decision and how the fight went down.
Yeah, I thought I clearly won the fight. George was a great guy. Hey, did you guys see the same fight I just fought? I'm pretty sure I won, but you know what? Guess what? George was a great competitor. I give my hats off to him. You know, it sucks, but I'm coming back. I'll get that belt. It's mine.
What, if anything, surprised you about this fight?
Nothing really. Everything that I thought was going to happen was going to happen. You know, I stayed good. You know, I was out there. I fought hard the whole time. I countered him. He didn't land nothing strong on me at all. And you know what? Hey, it just wasn't my night. The good Lord didn't want me to win. I'm going to come back stronger next time. That belt's mine.
When you hear him say at the end that he was going to hang up his gloves for a while, what thoughts run through your mind if you think you can't get a rematch?
I want it. I don't care. I want that belt. That's why I came in here. That's what I just earned, but it was taken away from me. I swear to God that won't happen again.
Johnny Hendricks, ladies and gentlemen.